And we're back right here on Double Talk, Channel 98's only
Channel 98.
show that's called Double Talk.
As well as one of the few shows in America that's called Double Talk. So if you're looking for us on YouTube,
this is one place you'll find us.
YouTube, Double Talk, dial Michael or Mark. Oh, look, my name's first on this thing.
Oh, how do you like that?
Well, we're done talking about 9/11.
Yeah.
And there were certainly, we won't deny the heroes that were there. And in the aftermath, we made a lot of opportunities for more heroes to exist as we go into war. But then, of course, there's some people who want to be heroes by being on city council. For instance, who?
I don't know any heroes on the city council.
Well, you know, you go and you want to be, you know, you want to do something. You feel that the government isn't doing anything, so you should get in and do something because, of course, anybody who's sitting and doesn't know what's going on in government, they think it should be doing something. So we have another person who wants to be on city council.
Sure.
Ryan Daly.
The elections are coming up.
That's him.
That's him right
wow,
there.
yeah, he's 5'6", I think, if you can count all those little numbers.
And
5'6".
And he just got He just got arrested, rather.
Yes. This is good. This is like, I feel, oh, there he is. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's only 5'5".
So
that's pretty short.
He's probably feeling pretty small right about now. Anyway.
He's 23 years old, and he got arrested for drunk driving.
Allegedly DWI.
Alleged D or UI. DUI or DWI.
Yeah, and one of those.
So he felt that nothing happens with government, so he finally had something happen.
Well, his running point for city council was all about public safety.
Public safety.
It's kind of ironic that he's arrested for DWI.
Well, perhaps he wanted to sort of give an example of what not to do. Sometimes the best examples are like negative examples.
So he's doing a good illustration of what not to do.
And he's running against Nathan Small, who's the incumbent, and I believe
4.
Nathan has been doing a fairly good job. He is into keeping the city from overrunning its land capability. So I think he's a fairly strong candidate, Nathan Small is. And then this guy, who knows why he's doing this. Should be interesting. I can't wait to see the debates. They should be good.
Yeah, and well, he's also running against Aaron Diaz for that District 4 slot.
And what do we know about Aaron Diaz?
I don't know anything about Aaron Diaz.
No, we should find out.
He hasn't
later.
been arrested yet, to my knowledge.
Right. This is how we find out the most about people. Like some people have to wait to get into office before they can have negative publicity. This is good because he starts off. Well, you know what they say, any publicity is good publicity.
That's right. I was thinking about running for District 3 office, City Council.
Well, then
it's not coming up for election this year. It's
you
going to be
should
next
do
time.
it. You should do it. And anything I say,
well, I'm mad, so I'm going to run because.
You're mad? Was that
yes.
that dog that had rabies
no,
to bit you?
No, I need to change the ruling with the city where they force people who have abandoned houses or vacant houses to pay for recycling. When there's nobody living in the house to generate recyclables, you still have to pay for the recycling bin on a monthly basis.
That's why I like you. You right, bite into the really big topics there.
So yeah, so I want to get that changed. And if I have to run for City Council District 3 to do it against Olga Pedreas, I will.
All right, here we have. He doesn't wear hats, but that's because it's going to be in the ring.
Yes. Now, you know.
Well,
speaking of breaking the law.
Breaking the law.
We had a bank robbery the other day.
Yeah.
Yeah. This fellow went in and robbed.
That's the guy who.
That's the fellow they're looking for.
Oh, it is.
He's
right there.
Well,
get him.
Well, they took his picture when he robbed the bank.
Is he in the studio right now? How did we get that picture?
Well,
he looks
the newspaper has that picture.
Rather philosophical, I think.
And I don't know why he decided to rob a bank.
I don't know why they gave him the money. He gave them a letter that was apparently threatening. He had no apparent weapons.
Right.
And they gave him money.
Now, that's the second time that bank's been robbed in just that way. You just show a note, and they give you money.
So part of the new job stimulus thing is robbing the Wells Fargo Bank,
Sure.
I would guess. It's not really a job.
Well, he escaped on foot and was last seated southbound.
He walked.
Maybe he walked to the getaway car. Who knows?
Anybody.
If you see this man, ask him for some money.
That's right. See what he's got. You know, they put those things between you and the tellers. Is that so the tellers can't walk and follow you and see where you've gone? How hard would that be? If the guy doesn't have a weapon, so You know, take your stapler and throw it at them.
You have our $10,000.
How hard is
sir.
that? Excuse me, I want to, give you a receipt so you can pay taxes on it.
Well, when they finally arrested the famous bank robber Willie Sutton, they asked him, Willie, why do you rob all these banks? You know what he said? That's where the money is.
So this guy is philosophical. He's, why not? And, thank goodness there's people robbing banks. Stays out of people's houses. That's kind of good. I like that.
Well, he doesn't have to. I'd rather rob a bank to get money than rob somebody's house to get whatever you can get away with.
Well, you rob somebody's house, you end up with the same junk they are. It's like it would be like going to a yard sale and sneaking things into your car without telling them.
Well, if they're items precious to you.
Yes, it's precious. It's not necessarily precious to them.
Right.
Anyway, what else were we talking about? Oh, so even though there aren't any jobs, people still try to go to college to get better jobs. Unfortunately, NMSU's enrollment is down about 500 people, and the administration is going to be looking at why the enrollment is down. It's usually about, last year it was up to 18,500. This year it's 18,000.
So,
and why do you think that is? Well, I mean, did you do a study on this? No.
I did my own little survey, and I think that it costs money to go to college.
And nobody has money, so that's why enrollment is down.
I think there are less Pell Grants are down. There's less grants available.
People don't have money in general.
Scholarships are down. Unless you're a good athlete, you've got to pay for college.
That's right. So all the football players get in. They might not be good scholars, but they are good athletes.
They're not good football players either.
Oh, well, that's this school, but yeah. So.
Well, we're talking about this school.
Yeah, so this school.
It's very expensive to go to college, especially if you're from out of state. Out of state tuition is much higher than in-state. You also have to pay to live in the dorms.
People from out of state come to NMSU because out-of-state tuition here is cheaper than in-state tuition for, let's say, California.
Many other places, yes.
People from California come into class, and they're saving money. We are virtually the cheapest school, one of the cheapest schools in the nation, and people are still complaining how tuition is too high. But we do have those great scholarships if you can maintain a 2.5 average.
Well, NMSU has been named as one of the best values in higher education in the country.
It works for me. Meanwhile, enrollment in Las Cruces Central Schools, or whatever that is, LP public schools, is up because more people are coming in. Actually, probably, I would say that if we had the people being stuck in third grade, that's why it's up, because nobody ever leaves.
Right, they're getting held
you
back.
Just keep,
nobody graduates.
You end up with a big bunch of people in the middle. Nobody ever gets out. But no, we have a lot more people coming in. But still, you're going to have a lot of people with high school educations, but you still need, in this type of economic climate, you still need college education.
Now, the casino down there in Anthony got denied.
Yes,
and that was supposed to provide hundreds of jobs, and finally the word came down, can't do it.
And the reason is because the
Jemez Indians,
the tribe that
own the land.
Well, the tribe that wanted to do it is 300 miles away. The whole point of giving the Native Americans the the casinos in the first place is to give the indigenous population jobs, so that they would have places to steal your money and make it look legal, right?
Right. Now, speaking of a place to go for the weekend,
the
comic
we should do that.
Oh, we had to skip the lip biting because we're almost out of time.
Yes.
The comic convention down there in El Paso is the Star Wars. It has a lot of Star Wars characters showing up.
That says EPCon, by the way. EP, El Paso convention, because
this weekend Billy D. Williams will be there.
Really?
He played Lando Calrissian.
El Paso is a center of
Boba Fett will be there.
Boba Fett.
Yes, the actual Boba Fett himself.
Oh.
Yes, and if you don't want to do that, of course you can always get a flu shot.
I might do that because did you ever have the flu?
No, I closed the damper.
Oh. See, it's not painful.
Oh,
that lady is actually an opera star, and she's just going Maria.
And anyway, I would never get a flu shot, Michael. I just never will.
I've gotten flu shots, but you have to be in the mood. You have to feel like I'm ready to get the flu. It's my time to get the flu. But it depends, year to year, how I feel.
Yeah. Well, have you seen any good movies this week?
No, I was in Las Vegas all week, so I had to
Oh.
see reality.
Okay. Well, I saw Apollo 18 this week.
You did?
Yes,
And
it's,
tell us what happens.
well,
what
there's-
kind of monsters?
There's moon spiders. And I
Moon
don't
spiders?
want to give too much away. They held it over. I'm surprised they held it over one more week because there was only 5 people in the theater when I went to see it.
Tell us what happens, because Angel's sitting here and he wants to know
Well, Apollo
the secret.
18.
There was no Apollo 18,
There was no
right?
Apollo 18. They stopped after 17. They had 18, 19, and 20 planned, but then they stopped for budgetary reasons. Allegedly stopped.
Allegedly, but it's because space spiders were eating the astronauts?
Oh. So anyway, I can't give it away. I don't really recommend the movie. It's almost boring.
It's almost boring.
And yeah, what I would recommend would be Cowboys and Aliens. That was a lot of fun.
It was. Well,
Yeah.
look who's in it.
Uh,
Harrison Ford,
And
that other guy.
Daniel Craig.
Yes.
Filmed in New Mexico. It's a lot of fun. I don't think it's here in town anymore.
Well, one
but
good thing about filming in New Mexico, you already have that spaceship anyway.
That's true.
because
And with
we have
that,
the
we're out
spaceships.
of time.
We are?
We've run out of time completely.
Well, how do you
That's
like
it
that?
for this week?
Man,
Join
we
us-
really timed these.
Join us next time for another exciting episode of Double Talk.
We'll fill you in.